Welcome to Abex Auto once again. The problem with this Highlander is an unstable rear suspension that sways badly on the highway speed. And this is caused by a worn out rear knuckle bushings. So we are going to replace the rear axle knuckle. And here is the step-by-step procedure on how to get this fixed. Let's do it together. Slack the shaft nut. Remove the rear wheel, the brake caliper and the brake disc. Remove the four 17 bolts holding the rear hub to the knuckle. This is Abex Auto, your channel for automobile diagnosis, repair and training. If you find this video useful, hit the subscribe button right away. And don't forget to comment, like, and share this with others. In case you have a vehicle to fix or you are interested in the automobile mechatronics training, don't hesitate to get in touch with us through the number on your screen or through any of our social media handles. Now remove the shaft nut. Gently tap the rear hub with hammer to separate the hub and the parking brake assembly and the anchor plate together as a unit. You don't have to separate them or disassemble the brake lining. Remove the 19 bolt and nut holding the central truss rod to the knuckle. And disconnect the central truss rod. Wire brush all the truss bolts and nuts for easy removal. Remove the two 19 bolts and nuts holding the knuckle with the shock absorber assembly. You have brought it out before. Then separate the knuckle from the shock absorber assembly. Remove the 19 bolt and nut holding the side truss rod to the knuckle. Remove the 19 bolt and nut holding the front truss rod to the knuckle. The last step is to separate the speed sensor from the knuckle. And we are doing this as the last step because the speed sensor on this rear knuckle are always very difficult to get out, maybe because of rust and mud and so on. So even when you buy another used replacement knuckle, you will find out that a speed sensor will come with it because it's always almost impossible, I mean difficult to remove. And if you want to force them out of the knuckle, then you are going to completely damage it. So unless you are going to buy a brand new speed sensor, otherwise the best way to go about this is to cut the speed sensor wire and join it to the speed sensor that will be on the replacement knuckle. Just as you can see here, this is the replacement one we are going to be fixing right away. And I'm starting the installation by preparing the wires of the speed sensor to make them easy to connect. If you are using the old speed sensor that come with the knuckle, make sure you test the sensor with multimeter before you install. I've already done that here and this one is okay. Now pass the shaft through the knuckle first and hang the knuckle to the choke absorber assembly with one bolt, but don't tie it yet. Now connect the front thrust rod to the knuckle and install the 19 bolt and nut, but don't tight it yet. We are going to install all the bolts while the knuckle can still move here and there. It is after then we now tight all the bolts one after the other. Install the center thrust rod and install the 19 bolts and nut. Now install the side thrust rod and the bolts. Now tighten all the bolts holding the truss rods to the knuckle. Install the remaining one shock absorber bolt and tighten the two. Now it's time to carefully join the ABS speed sensor wire. Join the black wire to black and white to white and separate them properly and sellotape them properly. If you find this video useful or you like to see more of this type of repair and diagnosis content, hit the subscribe button right away. Like, comment, and share this with others. And in case you are interested in the automobile training, get in touch with us, or you have a car to fix, you can always get in touch with us through the number on your screen or through any of our social media. The jack they behave somehow. If you don't free to what you need, you just stop. Now, after joining the wire, before you proceed further, get into the vehicle, turn the ignition switch on, and make sure that the ABS light and the brake light goes out after a few seconds. Otherwise, you might need to recheck your connection. Now, reinstall the hub and the parking brake assembly together. Install the shaft nut. Install the 417 bolts holding the hub to the knuckle. So maybe this whole don't rust. Now install the brake disc. Install and tighten the brake caliper and make sure you pump the brake to pressurize and activate the brake system back. Install the stabilizer linkage. Tighten the shaft nut and install the wheel. Now we are doing wheel alignments on the vehicle because we also replace the tie rods. Now test driving, the vehicle is perfectly stable now. It doesn't sway anymore. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one.